No, that's not big enough. No, that's not big enough either. That's more like it. We're delighted to have you with us, and we extend a cordial welcome to you. We've lined up the top stars from Hollywood and from all over the world to entertain you on our giant screen with the new, colorful motion pictures you've been hearing about and reading about. To add to your enjoyment, we're all wound up to bowl you over at intermission time with live wire service at our snack bar, where you'll find a tempting variety of favorite foods and beverages. Your continued patronage is very, very welcome.
Well, you see what I get from the refreshment counter. Oh, boy, popcorn and candy bars and ice cream and, oh, boy, sparkling ice-cold Coca-Cola. Oh, boy, that tastes good. Have you been to the refreshment counter?
Remember, your favorite snack will taste especially good with world-famous ice-cold Coca-Cola. It's time to refresh. For your convenience, we have an attractive snack stand with a parade of items to tempt your taste. Buttered popcorn, golden good and hot from the popper, sizzling hot dogs, cradled in fresh, fluffy buns, ice cream treats and other good things to eat, plus ice-cold Coca-Cola. So bright, so bracing with the taste and tingle all its own. Pause and refresh with a Coke at our snack stand. Right now.
What's happening? Oh, gotta kill that. You know, I get it perfect, and then right at that last minute, something goes wrong with the audio. And then I panic, I do a test run, then it's 20 minutes. I swear one of these times I'm going to get going right at 9. So, welcome. How is your week? How is your weekend? How is everything on the home front? Your friends, family? I hope that you're all doing all right. Myself, I've been all right, I guess. Could be better, could be worse. One of the things I can say, about Mojitzu, I mean, what you guys have been seeing so far is that I've been trying to dial in the technical end of it. And there's a lot going on. It took me quite a bit to get to this point where I'm at now. And as I move forward, I kind of run into different challenges and things like that. So it's kind of been uppity up. However, I have been creating things that I'm getting ready to go. And I'm kind of jumping around a couple of different ideas. And I've been doing these really kind of unique commercials, which have been kind of fun. And I've had some time on my hands, so I've been able to enjoy the creative aspect of it. But ultimately what Mojitzu is my little forum to kind of share the things that have happened, what I've gone through, and what other people with my health situation are going through, what you can do, and maybe what your friends are facing, what your family, or even what you're facing. Some of the emails I've gotten from people have been kind of cool, And speaking on that, I do got to take care of a little bit of business. Emails. I get so many emails for Zoomy. I will get back to posting a couple videos with her. I promise. I don't like to force her to do that. And she is a diva. She's a cat. So if she doesn't want to, then I'm not going to force it to happen. But I got my little tricks. We'll get her going. A few people have asked in the past about if they could buy Zoomy catnip or a toy or a puppet, because I do those videos. I always say find a local cat shelter. And if you can provide a home to a cat, by all means do so. They'll change your life, especially if you can get to the point where you can spend time with them and nurture that relationship. And what else? I will do a gear thing coming up soon. Some people have offered help, which has kind of been kind of nice. Hello to my friends from Venezuela, my coworkers, my special friends who have hung out. Those of you that went through some obstacles to be here, thank you for being here. I really appreciate the love and support. So I'm going to just kind of dive in. The song I'm going to play tonight is Codine, and it is a terribly difficult song for me to do. It's kind of got some weird folklore to it. It made its first official appearance, I want to say, in 1995, and it was on like what I considered my first real record, and recorded on 3-inch tape. It was produced for the whole 9 yards. It was cool, and back then we really meant it. And this song, like my health situation hadn't kind of taken off yet, but it was well on its way. And this song, the lyrics and everything, none of it had occurred. And it wasn't until later when I did the 2=1 record, I can't remember what year that was. I'd have to look. That was when I realized just where that song was. And now what it represents is, basically the story I never really share with people. And kind of what I went through, what it was about, and it's about as honest as it can get. And I hate performing it. I have always hated performing it. On the solo record, the acoustic one, you can hear, I think, quite clearly that I have a hard time choking like through some of it. And I hope I don't do that stupid shit tonight. But let's have some fun. This is called Codeine. Incidentally, the version that I'm talking about, excuse me, is on The Man. And that is probably one of my more aggressive records. Aaron Leho on drums, John Quinn, Keith Seitzma on drums, and I think it was Bernie Larson and Andrew Baumgartner. Yeah, that guy, he's cool. Haven't thought about him in a while. Good guy. All right, it's called Codine. To the doctor, 'cause I was in pain. Said I was sorry, 'cause I can't pay. And he gave me a bottle, free codeine. And he said there's welfare for those who can't breathe. Mr. Doctor, what about me? Please don't cry. I don't want to fight. And I called to my mother, brother, won't you save me, please? streets. And I live down at the Y. And I felt so low. And I hated my own life. You gotta breathe, save me. You gotta take that pain. And I call to my brother, mother, say, take me. Mr. Doctor, Mr. Doctor, what about me? What about me? Say what about me? Yeah. I cut out one verse. I just wasn't gonna fucking sing it. It's about that simple. One of the things that kind of fell across my lap this past week was something that kind of hit very close to home. For starters, I care about everybody involved, which makes it difficult, because you want to do what's right. You want to stand by the people you care about, but you're kind of stuck in the middle here. But, wrong is wrong, right is right. But what made it difficult for me was that it involved two siblings. Basically mirrored my only full blood brother and myself, which I haven't talked to that guy, and I couldn't tell you anything about him. I don't know how long. I'm sure he's nice. I couldn't tell you. Anyways, but how something gets to that point isn't that it just happens. It's a series of events, and it is a mindset and it is an attitude that occurs between two people. Quite simple. And what made the situation kind of difficult was that myself, I have been on both sides of that fence. I had been the messed up, druggy guy, and, trying to get there, you got to start somewhere. And then you've got the other person who's has always had it a little easier or whatever, however you want to label it, they've got it together. And the transition is that now. And then you hear some of the talk and the rhetoric, and it's kind of hard because you know that was done about you at one point in time with people that you know and care about. And the hard thing about that is what that does is it kind of sets a tone for how another person sees you. So you know nothing about this person. Someone says something in anger, or they say a half-truth to manipulate the outcome that they want, would be a validation, attention, or whatever it may be. And then a new person comes along, or someone who's not necessarily in the know, they've got this filter and their guard is up. So the person who's doing work or whatever it is, slow as it may be, or fast as it may be, because it's different for everybody, they have to overcome these obstacles to prove something wrong. And even then, because of that rhetoric that was done, and most of the time it's just kind of done out of frustration and so forth. And when I spoke up, which I did, and I explained that, change is a slow thing for some people. You don't really see it happen. You could be around someone, for years and not notice the little things. It could be anything from weight to you name it. But I think for a lot of people, when it comes down to the health issue I'm referring to, is everybody has their idea of what it is and what it represents. And if it isn't this, if it isn't that, then everything else is wrong. And the hard thing about it is, really, it's just kind of different for everybody. And the stigmas behind it can be very easy. If you want to hurt someone or talk bad about them or get someone to believe bad about them, you have instant weapons to validate whatever problem that you want to say that they have, whether it's true or not. Not only have I experienced that, I've seen it, and I'm watching it occur in this very situation. So I guess what I'm getting at, I can't speak on the behalf of those two. They're going to work it out. And, at least someone said something. No one said anything to my brother and I. And I can't say that I'm open-minded to see anybody. I'm happy to where I'm at, maybe a little lonely at times, but I know exactly where I stand. And the goals that I have keep me busy and focused. But if anybody ever has a question, you just ask me. I'll tell you the truth, even if it's bad. Like if I messed up, I'll own it. I think in generally speaking, most people in my shoes where we are at, that's the way we are, because we're trying to do something. And the easiest way to do that is to acknowledge what's going on with you. And in the case of the people in your lives and who you are, whatever it is that you're going through, just remember it doesn't matter. What matters is where you're going and how you plan to get there. And if you feel like the world is against you, or you're sad, or you're depressed, it's normal. These are very dark days. I mean, just look at the headlines. I mean, someone is shot every day. I mean, it's sad. And, that stuff isn't going to change until we start looking out for each other. And that's what I got out of my week. I wanted to share that with you guys. I'm going to play one more, then I think I'm going to call it. I did have a request a couple weeks back. I don't want to play it, but I will. Incidentally, and I'm not making this up, I have never learned any songs. I have always just kind of either got them, and I still mess up on my own lyrics like I did tonight. I mess up on things all the time, but this one I like this one. I usually get it right. By my old friend James. Oh, we had to play around a little bit, right? ever been experienced? Well, I know that you probably scream and cry that your little world let you go. In your little world, are you trying to prove that you're made out of gold and can't be bought or sold? Have you ever been experienced? You know I hear them in a distance, and I'll be there calling our name. Maybe now you can't hear them, but you will. Just take hold of me and my guitar. Have you ever been experienced? Yes, I am. I think I'm within a minute of losing my broadcast anyways, so I cut that one short. Folks, thanks for hanging out. If I get cut off, I'm not going to run it up again. Just remember, take care of each other out there. You know, just because people are different, they're not different than you, if you know what I mean. Love each other up. Remember, everybody's challenged. People are doing good things. Always look for the good. Hang in there. And most of all, remember to please take my love with you wherever you go. Namaste. All right, what do we got here, folks? Square.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.